that as well.
Thank you so much. That's so kind. How are you enjoying Lagos?
It's so
What's
nice.
this view like?
It's
Do you
nice.
like it?
Yeah.
Is it giving old Lagos or what?
No, I think it has the perfect blend of modern and traditional buildings.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
so nice.
good. Looks good. Please just introduce yourselves for our audience.
My name is Simi. I'm a digital marketer and travel creator. So I like to travel the world, explore, look at people's cultures, see what not differentiates. I just like to explore. Yeah. So as a digital marketer as well, when in my not free time, I like to breathe life into people's brands. I like to look at a brand and say, oh, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, and I like to see results. So that's what I do.
Well, Simi the Explorer.
I like that.
Thank you for coming. SHUA, how about you? Kindly introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is SHUA ZAKARI Meli. I am from the northeastern Nigeria to be specific, Gombe State. I am currently pursuing a degree in law. I am a youth empowerment expert. I do youth advocacy, and I currently volunteer for the European Union Youth Sounding Board Nigeria. So,
wearing so many hats. Ladies doing big things.
Yes.
Well done. Well, ladies, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me. We really need to talk about something that is very important, and this word is a tongue twister. I hope I don't bite my tongue while saying it, but multilateralism, that's it. It's when multiple countries come together to collaborate. I want to ask, how important do you think it is for countries to collaborate?
I think it's very, very important because there are several issues that could go on in a country. And the entire purpose of multilateralism is to pick a problem and see how surrounding countries can help to combat it. I'm going to use Nigeria as an example. I know when Boko Haram was very much on the rise, they had to create a military task force between Chad, Niger, Togo, for Nigeria for the purpose of Boko Haram and terrorism. So I think it's very important for each country, and every country has some sort of alliance with neighboring countries to tackle problems. And I think the UN has been able to bridge that gap in a way.
Okay. Do you agree with that, SHUA?
I completely agree with her. Yes. Multilateralism is basically a practice whereby different countries and organizations and corporations come together to achieve a common goal or to solve a shared problem. And they do that through means of negotiations, collaborations, and it helps to address problems, and it's really important.
Okay. Apart from, because you mentioned terrorism, coming together, collaborating to fight and creating a joint task force to combat terrorism. So what other issues do you think countries can come together to fight, especially Nigeria? And what other countries would you want to see form a collaboration with Nigeria to fight certain ills or vices taking place in the country? Okay.
What other issue do I know that? So for example, when Lake Chad had their issue of peace, I know that there was also a body formed to combat that. Nigeria was part of it. So it's not just terrorism, issues of, so for example, if a country has water issues, surrounding countries can say, oh, how can we solve this? Multilateralism works for any major problem. So climate change, anything at all, people surrounding countries can come together to form a force to combat it.
Because you mentioned climate change, what other country would you want to collaborate with Nigeria to fight maybe climate change or some other issues?
I would say that we have it bad, but I don't think that we have it that bad. Because I know that people, farmers and others from Lake Chad are trying to migrate because of how hot the country is. So, for example, I know that Nigeria is kind of helping them, so you can come in, do some things and all of that. But for Nigeria, I don't think it's bad, but we don't have it that bad. But if we were to collaborate with surrounding countries to combat climate change, it doesn't even have to be surrounding countries. There are several African countries that could help us with that as well.
Okay. SHUA, how about you? Do you think countries working together, the collaboration between countries is a smart, practical move, or do you think it's more about politics and appearances? SHUA?
Well, if you ask me, I think honestly it's both. Yes, I think countries working together is more of a political move, and it's more pragmatic in nature as well, because let me start with why I think it's more of a political move. It's more of a political move because it involves countries collaborating together, and then that asserts a country's dominance, a country's superiority, or a country's authority, or how countries can collaborate together to solve issues.
Simi, how about you? What do you think?
I totally agree with her. I think it's very political because the more countries that you have on your side, the more powerful you appear. I also think it's pragmatic because it takes a smart person to say, oh, I cannot tackle this problem myself. Let me bring in other people to also assist with it. So I think it's also pragmatic. So while it's political, it's also practical because you know that. So I'm going to use the same example I've used before. So knowing that Boko Haram is terrorizing Nigeria and they can easily escape through the borders, coming together to create a military task force. So if Boko Haram escapes through, let's say, Togo's border, they alert Togo military, oh, they're coming this way. So it's pragmatic and it's political because it provides a ethical and practical solution to the problem, but also asserts dominance.
So it's like those countries are deciding to kill two birds with one stone. That's good. Okay, so Nigeria is called the giant of Africa. But lately, maybe it doesn't seem that way. I don't know if you agree with me. So how do you think we can make our voices louder so that we can become respected, so that, to welcome other countries to collaborate with us?
Honestly, in this case, is to take our strengths and make it known to our surrounding countries. I'm going to use tourism as an example. Nigeria has so many tourist attractions that we don't build on. If we collaborate with our surrounding countries, we have this, and figure out how we can work together to make sure that people know about this, I think it would also help to make our voices louder. Because the truth is that a lot of European countries, the reason why they are majorly known is for tourism. People want to travel there, people want to see what they have. We have some of these things, but we're not making noise about it enough. So if together as African countries, we come together and say we want to make Africa a tourist destination, we want to increase our tourism traction, I think when we come together, we can do that.
Okay. SHUA, I want to ask you, how do you feel about Africa being represented in big organizations like the United Nations and the World Trade Organization? Are we getting the recognition we deserve?
I think we are. Out there, when you mention Nigeria to someone who is not Nigerian, the person has this big perspective about Nigeria, which is not wrong. It is completely all right and it's completely correct. I believe that Nigerians have been able to put their names properly on the global map, and it's been effective for Nigerians in terms of globalization and interaction with other countries.
Let me just ask you this question. When you think of Nigeria, as a young Nigeria, you look to the future, what crosses your mind? Are you afraid? Are you excited about what will come tomorrow? What crosses your mind, Simi?
I'm actually excited because I know that my generation, of the new generation of youth, who are working constantly and consciously to build a better reputation for Nigeria. So many universities have upgraded their syllabus to make sure that their students are doing well. When you think of Nigeria now, I don't think that, I know in the past we used to think of fraud, but I think things are beginning to shift. So when you think of Nigeria, you think of vibrant youths that are hardworking. When you think of Nigeria, you think of tech, because everybody in Nigeria is going, When you think of Nigeria, you think of content creation. When you think of Nigeria, you think of creativity. So I know for a fact, when I think of the future of Nigeria on the global scale, I know that I see creativity, I see tech, I see bright, smart minds.
How about you, SHUA?
Well, when I look at Nigeria currently, what I see is people who are able to overcome any situation. Nigeria is one of the places that I can brag about, that they could literally be walking in fire, but more Nigerians will come out of that fire.
True.
So
true.
I believe in us. We all believe in ourselves in Nigeria. We might not say it every day, but we have this strong shared belief that will come out of anything. So the future is actually bright for Nigeria. As she mentioned rightly, we're going digital and it's beautiful. And there is more to come in the future. So
let me ask you the final questions. What country or international organization do you think has the most impact on Nigeria? When you think of them, you think of, this particular organization or country has really helped Nigeria. SHUA?
Well, I want to talk about the EU.
Okay.
Yes. Not because I volunteer with the EU or anything.
We believe you.
But then, yes, the EU, for example, I've been given an opportunity to lend my voice to the voiceless youth. I'm able to give my input on issues that concerns youth in Nigeria. So I believe that the EU has helped Nigerian youth to bring them to the forefront, to include them. It has helped to bridge the gap between the youth and the lawmakers in Nigeria. And also the global gateway that the European Union is currently conducting in partnership with other countries. It's beautiful. It's one of the many things that the EU is doing for Nigerians, and it's just wonderful. And I think that the EU has contributed so much in Nigeria, and they will do more in the future.
That's great. How about you, Simi?
I'll say United Nations. I've seen and I've attended several United Nations events. I've seen how they try to make sure that all the SDGs are met right here in Nigeria. 2 years ago in December, I attended one conference for women, and it warmed my heart to see the amount of effort they are putting to make sure that every girl child is good. Aside from girl child, I see them do several outreaches, I see them tackle several problems. All SDGs, literally, because there are several SDGs, and I've seen them consciously try to make sure that they tick these things off the boxes. I see several UN seminars in different parts of Nigeria, Southeast, Northeast. It's so, for me, it's what's the word? It's heartwarming to see that they are taking a lot of effort and time to actually focus on the challenges that we have in this country.
Oh, that's great. So we can say they are doing well.
Yes,
they're doing
beautifully well.
All right. Thank you so much, Simi. Thank you so much, SHUA.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you so much.